Yo, so I will be making a quick tier list for Black Weekend. So first, let's go with Florence. So Florence is, I think, is the best general usage character at the moment. Of course, she's the first limited, so she has to be in double F, basically. But yeah, she's really strong, has high AoE, but doesn't shy away from single target as well. Also bossing, she's the second best at bossing because Lychee exists. Not that it's Lychee exists. I think Lychee is the strongest boss killer at the moment. Also the strongest lightning DPS. He is very strong, but it's not really hard to play. But it requires more managing than Florence. So I still think Florence is slightly better, but Lychee is slightly better on bossing, and Florence is slightly better on AoE scenario. But they're both equally as strong. So the next is Hefe. I think Hefe is S tier or double S. The reason why she's S tier at the moment is because the fucking signature doesn't work. It's truly a bug beacon experience. The signature that's supposed to provide 20% penetration is not actually working. It's also the same case for Atsi. I think both of these characters are the top debuffers or the top buffers. Both of them can be double S, but at the moment they're bugged. Atsi is bugged. She herself is bugged. Bug is pretty weird because damn, bro. Okay, so the Atsi bug is she requires to be hit before she can apply the firepower debug. I I don't know why that's the bug, but I discovered I didn't discover that, but I knew it was the bug. So the next S tier is Zero. I think Zero will remain S tier for a while because she's just the best generic buffer. So she buffs attack and crit damage. She's also a figurehead for light anomaly teams. If you pair with logos and Shamash or Shamash, because she she applies light anomaly fast, quite fast. In fact, if you build it with elemental anomaly. So the next is Viola. I think Viola is either S or A. So for endgame at the moment, the multiverse, I think she's A tier, but for other game modes, she's definitely S tier. Even double S brute force mode. Because apparently this it's just too broken brute force mode because she just clears waves. But for now I would put her in A tier personally. Next is Perishan. I think this girl she's she's so bad. Like it, it's not even yeah. It's not even funny how bad she is because first off she requires her signature and duels, but most of them, but all of them, you can acquire the signature. The reason why she's bad is because she has such a long downtime because you have to stack up her skill 2 before you can use it and then you can enter the enhanced state, which is her most damaging form. Next is Nana. Nana is the definition of A tier. She has good damage and good utility because she just provides damage on field and off field. I think that's her best value. Also, she applies Dark Anomaly or Dark Corrosion pretty fast. So that's about it. Minsar is A tier. Is the what I call the jack of all trades. You can use her as sustain. You can use her as a sub DPS, and you can also use her as a main DPS. but she requires like she's very reliant for her to be S tier as a DPS. Also requires her to be built a very specific way. Shamash is S tier. I would just put both Shamash and Wuxi in S tier. I think personally, both of these guys are equal in damage. I think Shamash is slightly above because he's easier to use. Wuxi is a lot harder to use, but they output basically the same amount of damage. Shamash is a very single target. Wuxi is his damage is cleave, not really AoE, but his damage, but he is better on AoE scenarios than Shamash. Shin is the only C tier and Enki, I guess. Shin, I don't know, like I use her. Her skills are flashy, but she deals like absolutely lackluster damage. Enki is, I think at the moment is bug because she doesn't apply the water debuff. But even then, I wouldn't use her. I wouldn't use Enki because I don't know, his gameplay is pretty mid in my opinion. Ming is A tier. I think she's very duper reliant. She's the same case as Ninsar, but she's a better sub DPS than Ninsar in my opinion because she can link, which I don't really see the value at the moment. And she also has very good debuffing capabilities, but it's tied on duves, unlike the top of this like DS tiers. It requires dude. These guys you can obtain at any breakpoint and they will perform. I think Bushi is a bit duper line, but his damage is fucking insane. Logos is B tier. She's I think I think this girl is like overhyped. I did a very like on release I pick up logos because I thought her kit was like pretty interesting because she can heal, she applied that, and she also deals decent damage, but upon testing further, she actually deals mid damage and also heals so fucking low. You're better off using where's Asti? Wait, Asti is not here. We just use the second logos as Asti, I guess. So Asti is S tier or the top of A tier. She's S tier on crit comps, mainly just like mainly crit comps because she provides a massive fucking crit damage based on her max HP. So for a Lychee team, I think she's S tier. For everyone else, she's A tier. She's also never used in a Florence team because Florence doesn't really need the crit damage buff. She gets it from 0. So I guess this is my list. So if I would adjust it, I would say Viola is better than Nana. Ninsar is the bottom of A. Arishan is slightly worse than Logos. Shin and Enki are equal. I think Shamash is slightly better than Bushi. FA is a bit better than Otzi. Because Otzi's team is only because her main team is only for Lychee. But Hefe, you can fit her and on any team because of her fucking because of her sig, if it only works. Zero is top of Esther at the moment because she's not bugged from what I know. And she deals decent damage, provides a attack of the skills with level or skills with skill level. And you can get her the sig and dupes for free. So yeah, for the double S, Florence is Florence is better overall. Lychee is just it, okay. Lychee makes bossing easier, bro. Like no cap. This guy makes bossing easier. Florence just makes the game so much easier. So that's about it.